All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. To you and to you only, I say shalom, and may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai continue to rain down grace and mercy upon you and your household. This will be fairly quick. Lord will. As you can see here, you have two pictures. To the left of the screen is former NBA player Allen Iverson, which I'm sure that picture goes back to either the mid 90s or the late 90s, early 2000s. And to the right, all right, which is another NBA player, current, who goes by the name of Jalen Williams. And we looking at a 25-year gap, all right? I say from the year 2000 till now. And this is the change that has occurred. I could remember going back. This was out. You couldn't wear no shit like that. He's dressed like a woman. Okay? And this is the sentiment that's heavy in the NBA now. Okay? Super heavy. Where these masculine, so-called, supposedly masculine men, all right? These men are all big-ass men. I believe this dude Jalen Williams, he's 6'5", all right? He's 6'5". I don't know what his weight is or anything like that, but if I was to take this picture, right, Slacky, and I'll just get rid of the head of him, you would think that was a woman standing there, all right, if you're not looking at his hands. You would think that was a woman, okay? You would definitely think that was a woman by the way he's dressed, okay? Let me see if his nails is painted, because I know that team, a lot of those guys paint their nails, okay? And this is why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to hit the reset button. Because there's no way an Israelite man should look like this. All right? He's groomed like a woman. All right? This is why the Lord is getting ready to hit the reset button. Because this type of energy is the influence that's going on the younger generation. All right? The next generation that inspires to be in the NBA, this and which we know it ain't gonna be another generation. This is the last one, right? But if there was, dudes would be at the game with straight dresses on. They'd be at the game with dresses and skirts. Okay? This is terrible. And when I saw this, the brother had shared it in the chat. when I saw it, I was like, what the? But then you know what I said? You know what, man? That's why the Lord finna destroy this place. That's why there's getting ready to be mass death. All right, because the Israelites declare their sin as Sodom. Okay, they're sons of God. Okay, and this is an epidemic amongst Jacob. The manliness is totally gone. All right, and you could tell. Let's get the scriptures. All right, because the scripture tell you a man shall be known. Sirach chapter 19, verses 29 and 30. The key point is really both verses, but the 30th verse as well. Sirach 19 and 29, it says, a man may be known by his look, right? He even looking like a goddamn a feminine ass male. I ain't even gonna call him a man. He's just a male. Okay? It says, a man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance. And he has zero understanding. Right? When thou meetest him. 30. A man's attire, all right? Attire is your clothing, right? How do you dress yourself? And this is, the scriptures don't lie, man. Okay? Attire. To fit out, equip, to dress in finery, to adorn, right? His clothing, right? So the scripture says, verse 30, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait shew what he is. All right. So what is this? What does his attire show that he is? A mo. No ifs, ands, buts about it, man. Okay? Shows that he's a mo. No manliness to him. Even his chain. He wearing a chain like a woman wear a chain. Them choke chains. You know? Pink. You know, look like a blouse. And them big ass bell bottom jeans look like he got heels on. In them shoes, man. Okay? Let's get to the book of Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. It says, the shew of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. He's at an NBA game. Okay? Cameras everywhere. Can't tell me the Bible ain't on point. It's 100% on point. Okay? They shew their countenance, the shew of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Right? Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Point blank, period. All right? The Lord is getting ready to hit the reset button in Babylon, man. All right? And it needs to be hit. Big 6'5" nigga, man. Look, dressing like that, man. Okay? Get a couple precepts. Shit is out of hand, man. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6. And let me just read verse 15. Okay. I'll read 16 as well. All right, because it speaks about the old paths wherein there is good. All right. And now this is why the prophets of old, when the Lord gave them visions of the nation in the future, this is why they were part of the reason they were sick. Okay. Man ain't got no beard on his face. You know what I'm saying? He all groomed up like a woman, wearing clothes like a woman. All right. These are visions the Lord gave prophets to see the nation of Israel in the future. Okay. Jeremiah 6:15 says, were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore they shall fall among them. Therefore they shall fall among them that fall. At that time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Big 6'5" niggas like that gonna be put down, man. All right. 16. Thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. All right, where men when men were manly, man. All right, that didn't wear woman's attire. All right, yeah, those are jeans and whatnot, but it's modern day woman attire. Okay, the way he has it. Okay, that's how a woman would dress in this society. Okay, and there's a law in Deuteronomy, the 19th chapter. Let me get that next. Let me finish this. It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. And that's our people, man. All right. Now let's get the law on a man wearing that which pertaineth to a woman. Okay, you ain't supposed to wear clothing that pertaineth to a woman. Okay, that's an abomination. Okay, that's why I read the 15th verse. Shalakia. Let me just Deuteronomy. I believe it's 19. Bear with me a second. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power. And this is, again, why the Lord's getting ready to hit the reset button. Because this is rampant in this society. All right? You go to Walmart, it's a nigga 6'4" with nails like a woman. You know, you go get you a juice or a Starbucks. You go up to the register, and it's a little 5'6" male with eyeliner on and makeup. Talking about, may I help you? Okay? It be majority Israelites, man. This is why the Lord getting ready to hit the reset button. All right? It's going to be over for our people, man. And it's a good thing that it's getting ready to happen, man. All right? Let me get a couple more. It's just crazy, man. Like, damn. We through as a people, man. If the Lord didn't have his elect, okay, if the Lord did not have his elect, man, we will be out here through, okay? We will be out here done. That's why the Lord had, and where is it at? I just had it. Okay, yeah. That's why the Lord had to have his elect. All right? Because these spells out here are heavy on our people, man. All right? And this is indeed a spell. You put these multi-million-dollar making athletes in front of the youth, and they wearing shit like this, you gonna start to have the youth wearing shit like this. Okay? Now, going back to Isaiah 3, where it said they declare their sin as Sodom. All right, when you go to Genesis, I'm going to go Genesis 13 and 13, and then I'm going to jump to Genesis 19, okay? It says, but the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. Is not Babylon the Great known as what? Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Revelation the 3rd chapter. Revelation the 11th chapter. All right? This is spiritually Sodom. And boom, we have an example in an NBA player. And this is just an NBA player. This shit runs rampant throughout society, man. All right? Jumping to the 19th verse, or the 19th chapter, verses 5 through 9. This is the things that they were doing in Sodom, all right? In particular, with Lot, all right? The only righteous who made it up out of there before the Lord destroyed it. Genesis 19 and 5. And they called unto Lot, right? They are the moles of the town. And said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And when you know anything about the scriptures, when to know somebody in the scriptures was meant to have sex with them. All right? That's how men got to know women. You know, that's how a man truly gets to know a woman, by having sex with her, not conversation. Okay? It says, bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after them, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray. He was ready to give his daughters to these dudes. But they were flames, flaming moles. It says, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. And will we deal worse with thee than with them? So they was ready to do some Mo Mafia type shit to Job. All right? And when you read on, matter of fact, let me finish this out. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door, because they were burning with their Mo asses. All right, they was ready to be on some Mo Mafia shit, but the angels blinded them. Okay, blinded their ass. Okay, and then the rest of the story is history. All right, because right after that, the angel said, "Look, Lot, you got to get up out of here. We finna tear this city up." Okay, and that's what the Lord's getting ready to do to modern Sodom, which is Babylon the Great, aka America. He's gonna rain down fire and brimstone on this place. All right, because it needs it. All right, this picture alone lets you know where we are in society and why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to do exactly what he's getting ready to do to this place, which is totally destroy it from the inside out. Thus, with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to speak on this, bring out a few precepts. This is disgusting right here, man. Okay? But anyway, hey, call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. On to the next. Shalom.